but there's an individual's involvement that was revealed but not explained, as I already mentioned before. Well, let's go into a little more detail on Saw as we progress here. It was actually filmed in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Did you know that? Not even in the United States this time.
Yeah, because a lot of movies have the tendency to go overseas, like some in Canada, some in New Zealand, some in Europe.
And the opening weekend, they actually made $24,230,123 in the United States, and their gross income was $45,287,175 as of the 21st of November. So that's definitely quite a few. That's a lot of money, and I think we all know that.
But what would be your opinion of the first Saw?
The first Saw? Innovative. Great concept. Tremendous. And I knew then that they would be doing trilogies because it was just something so different and creative and original and storyline dense. It was just something I'd never seen before, and I automatically knew it would be something special because it was completely original.
And see, I knew after I seen the first Saw with my sister, I was like, okay, I like this. And I thought they would stop at the third Saw, but apparently they just kept the ball rolling.
Definitely. And next week, actually, on Gruesome Gossip, we'll go into the fun facts for the Saw 3D movie. We'll save that for next time so we don't do everything right away. Will this be the last film?
Hard to tell.
And a lot of people have been saying yes, but
it's very much hard to tell because for all you know, they can pull a screen and 11 years down the line, they're going to make another Saw movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I heard an interview with Tobin Bell saying it would be the final one and everything would be explained. But, again, there was an individual's involvement that was, revealed but not explained. But here's some text we have from IMDb. And there's a frequently asked question, will this be the last film? And the answer here is the reason Saw 3D is said, allegedly, things can change, but it is said to be the last film is because Saw 6 did not meet the box office expectations. Saw 6 was beaten at the box office by Paranormal Activity. In addition, it was stated by Patrick Melton in the December 2009 that Saw 3D would be the final installment in the Saw series. This was later confirmed by the producers in USA Today article and in the latest trailers. But there is always the possibility of Saw 8 if Saw 7 does well in the box office. And it seems to be doing fairly well so far. So I would definitely like to see it because this individual's involvement, again, I'm not going to reveal who, but it is revealed but just not completely explained. Okay. Paranormal Activity 2. All right, you saw it. You said it worth seeing, better than the first one. It has a definite connection to the first one, but it's definitely not, was not up to your expectations.
Well, the first one, I'm going to be honest, when I saw the first Paranormal Activity, I wasn't really scared like most people were in the audience because what is my biggest pet peeve when it comes to horror movies is them doing the previews. Yeah, test reactions, and they'll get people who are easily scared of anything. Get people who are hardcore iron horror movie lovers.
Oh, yeah.
If you actually got them, like say me and you were to be the test reaction for Paranormal Activity, we wouldn't be scared. We would just be laughing.
Oh, yeah, it's not that scary. I mean, it's all
really
at least the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. But, they make a nice budget. Again, the budget, which we talked about, was $2,750,000, which isn't, that large compared to the Saw trilogies right now. Opening weekend drew in $40,678,424. And the gross income of this was $83,583,230 as of the 21st of November. Now, let's take a look at Saw 3D. Okay. This is about $40.5 million, approximately. $40.5 million in the opening weekend for Paranormal Activity 2. So let's see how it compares to Saw 3D. I'm going to IMDb here. Opening weekend was about 24,230,123. Seriously? So you're telling me Paranormal Activity almost doubled in opening weekend income than Saw?
Shocking, isn't it?
And the gross of the 21st again is about 45 million for for Saw 3D, 45 million. Now let me check for Paranormal Activity 3 or Paranormal Activity 2. Their gross value so far. So it was, like I said, about 45 million. Is that what I said for Saw?
I think so, yes.
Okay, about 45 million and 83.5 million for Paranormal Activity 2, so about doubling what Saw did. And I don't understand that.
Like I said, people who are so influenced by the test reactions of the preview people, they get influenced. They're like, hey, let me go and look at this, and that's what happens.
Well, anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a listen to the trailer of Misery, and then we are going to do a DVD review of Misery, which is considered one of our scary, creepy Christmas DVDs. It took place in the winter, so we thought it would be appropriate to go ahead and do Misery. Let's take a listen to the trailer, then we'll get to the review.
You almost died. You have a compound fracture of the tibia in both legs, and the fibula in the right leg is fractured too. And as soon as the road's open, I'll take you to a hospital. In the meantime, you've got a lot of recovering to do. There is nothing to worry about. You're going to be just fine. I'm your #1 fan. My name is Annie Wilkes.
I think one of my clients, Paul Sheldon, might be in some kind of trouble.
You mean Paul Sheldon, the writer? Well, everybody sure likes those misery books.
We had it at the store, Paul.
They said he checked out last Tuesday. Isn't that a little strange?
I guess it was kind of a miracle you finding me.
In a way, I was following you.
You were following me?
Oh, Paul, I've read everything of yours. The Misery novels. You must be a good man. You could never have created such a wondrous, loving creature as Misery Chastain.
Very kind.
The presumption must now be that Paul Sheldon is dead.
You dirty bird. How could you? Misery Chastain cannot be dead.
Misery Spirit is still alive.
I don't want her dead! I want her! And you murdered her! You don't think he's dead, do you?
And don't even think about anybody coming for you, because I never called them. Nobody knows you're here. And you better hope nothing happens to me. Because if I die, you die. I know you've been out. Is this what you're looking for? Eventually, you'll come to accept the idea of being here.
Annie, whatever you think I'm not doing, please don't do it. Annie, for God's
Shh, darling. Trust me.
God's sake.
It's for the best. God, I love you.
Oh, my God. Creepy.
That nurse was creepy.
She wasn't even a nurse. She was just a woman.
Who was still very creepy.
Very creepy. Similar to yourself?
No, that's it.
Well, let's get to the review. Okay. For those of you who may not be familiar, here's the storyline. Best-selling novelist Paul Sheldon is on his way home from his Colorado hideaway after completing his latest book when he crashes his car in a freak blizzard. Paul is critically injured but is rescued by former nurse Annie Wilkes, Paul's #1 fan, who takes Paul back to her remote house in the mountains without bothering to tell anybody. Unfortunately for Paul, Annie is also a head case. When she discovers that Paul has killed off the heroine in one of her favorite novels, her reaction leaves Paul shattered, literally. And basically what happens is, yes, he gets in a car accident, and she's so sweet at first. She's just so kind and caring and, gets him in the bed. His legs are in bad shape, tries to